Hi everybody, welcome to Gamble with Jimmy. I want to talk to you guys a little bit on this session before we start about a lot of you guys that attempt to play craps. It is very difficult to win when you don't have a really big bankroll. It's almost impossible. Now, sometimes you could go and you could play and you can win a couple $100. You don't have to have, you could go there with $400 and win 200. It's very possible. Overall, in order to accomplish a lot of these strategies, it requires a lot of laddering up. And the only way that you can really do that and be successful is if you have a really big buy-in. Now, my personal goal with this game, just from experience, is $20,000 to play this game and win almost every single time. Many of us don't have that. So I want to specify that if you really wanted to be successful in this game, you do need to have a bankroll in order to do it. Now, we are going to use a strategy today that's going to give us a really good opportunity to win, and we're going to go ahead and roll this out. Now, in about 30 days, I finally will have the studio finished, and you'll see the live full-size craps table with 3 different camera angles. And I also will teach dice setting and how to drop the dice correctly. What you want to do when you set your dice and you do it, you want to have your dice land straight down, okay? In other words, is you want the energy to hit these dice to drop where they're dropping level like this, because it takes the energy, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and play the 28 ladder. The reason why I call it the 28 ladder is because you're betting the 4 and the 5, and you're betting the 9 and the 10. So 4 and 5 is 9, 10 and 9 is 19. 19 and 9 is 28. So I call it the 28 ladder, okay? All right, now I think some of you had said that this strategy is called Waylon's Mind. So that's totally fine. We'll give Waylon credit for this strategy. It's most of the strategies and stuff that you see, a lot of the times that we're all using, that teach craps, we're all using the top strategies. There's only so many ways that you can play it. The biggest difference, I would say, between me and someone like Waylon is he will show a lot of don't passes in his strategy and DCs. And I'm kind of shying away from those kind of strategies. I would prefer just to either come in with a late DC or just to start betting the any 7 or even hop some of my personal lays. So if I do the 4 lay, I'm going to hop it with a 3-1. And I'm just going to try to protect it, or I'm going to hop it with a 3-1, and I'm going to put something on the hard 4. So there's all different kind of ways. So I'll teach more of that as we go on a different strategy. So anyway, the 28 ladder, let's go ahead and begin. We have a $2,000 bankroll, and let's see if we can make some money. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start this strategy by just getting a point. All right, so we're going to roll, and we're going to get a 6. Okay, so we get a hard 6 will be the point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm going to bet 20. I'm going to start with $25 level, okay? And I'm going to do the 9 and the 10. So we have 4 box numbers except for the 6-8. Every time that we don't hit a 6-8, we're going to ladder up 1 unit on each number. Okay, so here we go. We're going to roll. Okay, we're going to get a 3. We're going to roll again. Okay, we're going to get a 6. Okay, now that's the point. So we're going to be off for the point. Now we're going to go ahead and roll. We're going to get a 12. Okay, and we're going to get another 6 as the point. Now, normally, we would have laddered these up because we don't have a 6 or an 8, but the 6 was the point, so we're not going to do that in this particular case until we start making some money. Okay, we got another midnight. Been throwing a lot of midnights in these sessions. Okay, there we go. There's a 9. All right, so that's going to pay, 25 is going to pay $35, all right? So what we're going to do, we're always going to pocket that money. Okay, we're going to roll again. Okay, we got a 6, and that's going to be the point again. So we're going to just look for a new point, and it's a 5. Okay, so now when we hit a 6 and 8, now we're going to ladder up. Okay, that's a 3. And there's a 7. Okay, so we're going to lose $100. All right, that's why you need a big bankroll. So the 5 is no longer the point. We're going to look for a point. Okay, and that's a 9. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, because we lost with the 7, we're going to go ahead and ladder up a unit. So we have now $200 at risk. It's very dangerous sometimes to do these strategies. And another midnight. I don't know what's going on with these midnights. Okay, that's a 4. Okay, now that's going to pay us $100, which is exactly what we lost. So we're going to go ahead and pocket that whole 100, and we're going to ladder it back down. That is the most smartest thing that you could do when you're playing, is to constantly ladder up and down to control money management. Okay, that's an 11. Okay, that's a 7 out. Okay, so we're going to lose back that 100. Point's going to come down. And we're going to just roll for another point. And that's a 7. We don't get hurt there. Okay, that's a 5. So the point is a 5. We're going to go ahead now, and we're going to do our 4 and our 5 with we're going to ladder up again. So now we have another $200 that we're in danger of, okay? Okay, and that's a 6. Now we don't have a 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a unit more on each one of our box numbers. The 28 ladder. I like the strategy. There's another 6, okay? We don't have a 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to ladder up again. Need a big bankroll, guys, to play this stuff. Okay, that's a 3. Okay, that's a 7 out. Okay, so that's $200, $300, $400 that we just lost. We're down $500 already. That's why I'm telling you, you need $20,000 to win in this game. I'm being honest with you guys. This is just the truth, okay? We're going to look for a point. Okay, that's a 9. Okay, so now we lost at the $100 level, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start it off at $100 on each one, and we're going to go ahead and play. Okay, that's a 10. That's going to give us $200 right there, right? Remember, we started with $2,000. $2,000 is not a very big bankroll to play this, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're immediately going to go down a unit. So this is going to become 75. We're going to take off a quarter and a quarter here, and we'll put it on the 9, okay? So everything has 75 now. Our goal is obviously to get back to a quarter, right? Okay, that's a 5. 75 is going to pay, I want to say it's either 95 or 105. So I'm just going to go with $100. Okay, we're going to take that whole $100 and we're going to pocket that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down another unit immediately. We're going to tell the dealer, look, take us down another unit. Now, even though we're not in profit, we're doing that, okay? Okay, that's a 6. We don't have a 6. So that's going to force us to go back up on the ladder, back to the 75. Okay, that's a 12. What is up with these midnights? Okay, that's a hard 6. We keep hitting hard 6s. We don't have a hard 6. We don't have a 6. Now we're right back to $100 each. Very dangerous, guys. What we got here? We got a 5. We got a 415. Okay, that's going to pay 140. Okay, we'll take 150 and we'll give them 10. All right. Now we're going to ladder back down to the 75. Okay, let's go. We want a long roll. That's what we're looking for. That's an 11. Okay, that's an 8. We don't have an 8. These are going right back to 100. Okay, here we go. 5. 140. What are we going to do? we're going to take 150, give them 10, take this right back down. That gives us $100 back in our chip stack, and we're going to keep rolling. Okay, that's a 9, which is the point, okay? So we're going to hit the point. We're still the shooter, and that 75 is going to give us 100, and we're just going to pocket that 100 from the and now we're going to go down to the $50 level on each one, and we're off. We're off. Okay, that's a 5. Point will be a 5. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a hard 6 again. We don't have a 6. This goes right back to the $75 on each unit. That's an 8. We don't have an 8. Now we're up to $100 on each unit. Okay, that's a 5. We hit the point again. That's going to pay 140. We'll take 150. Let's give them 10 to the house. All right, now what I'm going to do now, because we've been successful on these last 4 hits without the 7, right? So what I'm going to actually do now is I'm actually going to ladder this whole thing right back down to the beginning. This is just common sense to me, okay? I can't really, there's no really rule here. This is just money management that you're going to use, and you're always going to assume that 7's coming, okay? Because remember, when you hit the 6s and the 8s, you're going up anyway. So we hit a 5. That's going to pay 35, and we're just going to take that money. That's a 9. That's another $35 win. That's a 6. Now here we go. This is my point. Let the 6s and 8s ladder you up, and let your wins ladder you down. That's a 4. Okay, we win $100 right there. We're going to just pocket that $100, okay? Now, watch what I do. After that 100, we've won $135. Okay, we won $135 so far with this shooter on this after hitting that point. And now I just put another $100 into our rack. We're in good shape now. Okay, that's a 5. That's $35 more that we're going to win. Shoot, I forgot what the point was. We'll say that the point is a 5. 11, no help. 8, we don't have an 8. We're going to 50. Okay, that's an 8. We don't have an 8. So do you see what I'm saying about laddering back down? With this strategy, you want to constantly do that after wins. Okay, that's a 4. That's $150 that we get. Okay, now you know what that's going to do. That 150 is going to make us immediately ladder this back down all the way to a quarter. So look how much money we just saved. 1, 2, 3, 4. $200 that we cannot lose from that 7 now. That's a 10. That's going to pay 50. We're going to take the 50 and just rack it. Look at all those green we got now. We got a lot of green. We're definitely in profits. Okay, that's a 3. Another 4. Another $50. We're going to rack it. Okay, that's a 6. We don't have a 6. This is a really good strategy, but you do not want to play this with like only $1,000. $1,000 is just not enough, guys. I don't even think 2,000 is enough, to be honest with you. Now you can play it with 1,000 or 2,000, but you're just going to have to get lucky. If you get a lot of 7s like we just did, you're going to go broke really quick. But I think with a strategy like this with 10,000, this goes to the house. I think a strategy like this with 10,000, you could do really well. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll just wait for the come out. 10 is the point. We'll go ahead, and what we're going to do, we're going to start this one with 50, okay? Again, there's really no rule. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Oh, we're not on the 6, my bad. Okay, so we rolled a 6, so we don't have a 6. Okay. You're going to go through periods like this where you roll these 7s and they start coming out, and it will add up really quickly. So what I always recommend that you guys do is cash out when you're up between $400 and $500. Just get out of the game. Unless, you know, you have a really big bankroll and you're just looking for at least 1,000 or 2,000 as profit, okay? So let's go ahead and roll. That is an 8, so the point will be an 8. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to start with 75 on each one now. Okay, that's a 9. 75, we'll say we'll just take 100. Okay, we're going to bring this immediately right back down to 50. That gives us another $100 that we put. And it goes really quick on the up and down on these green here. Okay, snake eye. Another snake eye back to back. That's a hard 6. We're hitting a ton of hard 6s. Okay, we're going to drop a unit on each one. We don't have a 6. And there's a 7 out. Okay, so that was a $300 that we just lost. Just like that, okay? As you can see, you cannot play this with a small amount of money. Okay, we'll go ahead and get a new point. Wow, what is up with these midnights? Okay, 6 is the point. Okay, now what we've got to do is we got to go up to $100 on each number to start. Okay, 2, 1, no help. 9 is $140. We'll take 150. Throw the house 10. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna ladder this down to 75. So, okay. Hard 4, 75 is going to pay 150. Ladder it down another one. That gives you another $100 that you're protecting. And we're looking for a box number here to hit. And there's a 9. We'll hit it. Okay, that's $50 is going to pay us 75. We're just going to rack it. Okay, that's an 8. We don't have an 8. Okay, that's a 5. 75 is going to pay 100. We're going to take 100. And now we're going to take another 100 off. That's a unit each one. Okay, that's another $100 that we protected, okay? Okay, that's an 8. We don't have that. So that's going to cost us that $100 that we have to invest again. That's a 9. 75 is going to pay 100. So we're going to make $100 there. We're going to take another 100 off. Got 50 each number. And it's a 6. And we're going to put that $100 right back. Hard 4. That 75. That's going to pay 150. Now, what's really cool about this, that's another 150. Now, what's really cool with this is that every single time that you're winning with the larger amount, you're able to build this up really quickly. Okay, now we're in profit. Now, whenever you're in profit, guys, just go back to the original. You only want to play the strategy when you're kind of in a little bit of a losing slump. And then once you get it back, it's up to you to keep managing. Okay, now watch. We've been playing for 19 minutes, so we're done already. Wow, that went fast. So that was it. That's the whole session. So we started with 2,000. Let's do a quick count. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000. Okay, that's 2,000, guys. We made a ton of money. We made 400, 5, 6, 625, 725, 750, 775, $815 in 20 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. 28 ladder.